You can look at the health right there. He'll take damage. If the health reaches 0, boom. Hey everybody, Shabo here, back for another video, and today I'll be showing you how to make a damaging part in Roblox. So the first thing you're going to want to do is insert a part. So you're going to want to go up here, then insert a part. If it's not a cube right there in the image, you can click this arrow and then click block. This block will appear. You can drag it around by clicking and holding it, then letting go. If you want some advanced moving tools like scale and move and rotate, you can go here. You can move it with arrows. You can use scale to scale it up and scale it down. And you can use rotate to rotate it. So after you do that and change your block however you want it, you can go to view, which is up here. And then you can click properties and then explore. These are what you're going to need to change your block and how it behaves. Then you're going to want to right click part in explore. This is why you need open. You're going to right click it. Make sure it's that part. Then click insert object. This will show up. And you can click whatever you need to add to it. We're going to go with a script. This will appear on your screen. And this script will be inside the part you just made. This is how we're going to make it damage the player who touches it. So you're going to want to enter the script by clicking it twice, or clicking this up here. And then you're going to want to get rid of this because we aren't going to use print. And then we want to detect if anything touches the part. So if a player touches the part, it'll take damage. So we're going to want to do script, which will go to the script, dot parent, which will go to the parent, dot touched, which will fire when it's touched. So we'll make a function there, and then when the part gets touched, it'll do the script. So you're going to want to do this. And then you can do connect or wait. We're gonna do connect. Then you're going to want to put function in there. So we'll do a function and know it's a function. And then you're going to want to put this here. We'll have this here, but you're going to want to get rid of the end right here. This is what it should look like right now. You're going to want to put hit in there so we can identify what hit it. Then press enter while at the end of it. This end will show up here with this at the end of it, telling you that the function is right here and it will end here. Now we're going to want to damage a player if a player touches it. So we're going to want to know if it's a player or not, so it doesn't make an error whenever whenever anything touches it. So local, I guess we're gonna make a variable for the player. Humanoid equals hit, which is what hit it. The parent of what hit it. And then going to want to put that there, like we did right here. But this time put find first child, which is a, then you're going to want to put this here, put quotes here, then humanoid. So this will identify the humanoid if it's there. Then press enter to go to the next line. So we need to know if the humanoid is even there, which means if it's a player. So we're going to want to put an if statement. If humanoid, then, so if the humanoid if the humanoid even exists, we're going to damage the humanoid and get rid of some of its health. So we're going to want to put humanoid dot health, because we're going to damage the health, equals humanoid dot health, because we're going to subtract the humanoid's health by how much damage we want it to do. So put a subtraction sign right there, and then put how much damage you want it to do. I'm just going to put 3. You can put how much damage you want, and then whenever a player touches it, it'll damage them. So you can go to base plate, and go to home, and then click play. So our character will go here, and if your character touches it, it'll take damage. You can look at the health right there. It'll take damage. If the health reaches 0, boom. Now what if you don't want the player to take damage if they have a force field on? But the way to get a force field when you spawn, you want to go to model, right next to home. Go all the way to the right, and then click spawn. Then this giant brick will appear. You're going to want to move it wherever you want the player to spawn. So the player will spawn right here with a force field. Now what if you don't want the player to get damaged? We're going to click play. What if you don't want the player to take damage? Well, they have a force field after spawning in. This is what the force field looks like. Now what if you don't want them to take damage with a force field? Click stop. We're going to want to go into the script again, and then we're going to want to change this line right here. So you're going to want to get rid of this, and then put humanoid right there again. But this time, we're going to put this here. Then take damage. This respects force fields, and if a player has a force field, it will not take damage. So put this here again, and then put how much damage you want it to do. I'm gonna put 3 again. And then you can go back to base plate, and then click play. Now since it respects force fields, if we touch this force field, if we touch this part while we have a force field, we won't take damage. But if we touch it without a force field, you will take damage. And that's how you make a damaging block in Roblox.